much for being here. So in today's tutorial, I am taking a section out of a tutorial that I'm already currently working on and explaining how I make a zipper tab and as well as doing the Butler method on a zipper. So hi, I'm Teresa from 360 Handmade Bags and welcome to my sewing studio. Thank you all so much for being here wherever in the world you are. And please like, comment, subscribe, and share. On the bottom right of your screen is a red subscribe button. So click that, and when you see the bell notification, just make sure that it's changed from the default to seeing all posts. So infomercial over. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope this tutorial will help you out in learning how to do how I do the Butler method on the ends of our zippers to create those two rounded edges. And because I know it took a bit for me to figure it out in bag making, and I was really appreciative of some bag making tutorials. So this is what we're going to do today. So this is the My Mini Tote from Sawdust and Stitches. Now this is like a coin pouch or purse. I didn't make this one with the handles. That's part of the pattern. I like using this in my bags to put all the stuff that you might need, all the little things that you're carrying. Like I've got a tape measure just as an example in this one, lip gloss and Tic Tacs and lip balm and whatever is small, and you don't want in a big zipper pocket inside your bag, and you just want something that's small in your bag that you can grab, pull out, get your lip balm out, or all your little small things. So this is the zipper tab that I am going to be showing in this part of the tutorial on this type of a zipper pull. This is a number 5 zipper pull, and I get my hardware from Waywack. And I also use this type of zipper pull to clip the tassel chain and the tassel onto bags to elevate the look. But this is also what this type of zipper pull number 5, this one is used for, as well as to make this type of a tab. And then the Butler method is this type of, now it's going to be hard to see because it's black, but it's this type of a zipper finish where you have the two ends that are curved and you want to make sure that they meet up, and your zipper will end there, and then you add you know, like a zipper tab at the end, or a metal zipper end that you would glue in and screw on. This is just what I did on this particular bag, but that's the Butler method that gives you the curved edges. So again, thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I'm just going to work on the zipper for the My Mini Tote from Sawdust and Stitches, you know, so that I'm working on something. Now, this is the type of zipper pull that I'm going to be using, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold. I've marked this down. It's about 3/4 of an inch wide, and I've marked the center and double-sided tape on either side. So I'm going to fold each raw edge to the line, and then I'm going to top stitch this, and it's going to create the little toggle strap for this this type of a zipper pull. This is also the type of zipper pull that I use to clip my tassels on when I make them. It's probably not the right kind, but it's what I had found at the time on Waywack. So, and then this is going to be the zipper end of our bag, or our for the zipper. So right now we want to, I'm just going to make this, if I can get it off, and I'll just be stitching 1/8 of an inch seam allowance down either side on this. Just fold that into the center. It's going to be very narrow. fold the other edge into the center. Excuse me. Okay, and then I'm just going to top stitch down both sides. You don't have to worry about starting back at the top like you do for the strap. Okay, I'm just going to burn the threads on the underside and the upper side. Okay, so I just top stitched on either side, and what I want to do is I just want to trim these ends kind of off on a corner. Just like that, just, sorry, off on an angle, and then I'm just going to melt the ends, squish them together. It's my way of sealing things. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this end and feed it right side up onto this zipper pull. Get it centered just like that. So it's like that, and you have a bit of a toggle, and now I'm just going to clip it together, and we're going to put a rivet in it, just in here, just to seal it. I'll just mark my hole where I want the rivet. And I'm just going to use my Japanese hole punch to punch the hole. And what it does is it goes up and down. And it creates really nice, precise holes. Just like that. Beautiful. My rivet press. That's the right side. So pop my rivet into the hole and pop the cap on. And then punch or press. Okay, and there is our zipper pull, just like that. Now, the zipper for that my mini tote is the Butler method at one end. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take about an inch, measure an inch down from the one edge. This is going to be too long, so we're not going to be putting our zipper end on it yet until the little My Mini Tote is finished. So I'm just measuring down an inch and drawing a line. And the Butler method that I'm going to be using, so there's my line. Open up your zipper tape, just past that line, fold over at one of the lines. Because mine's white, I don't want to see it in the on the right side when I sew the zipper in, but fold it. I like to make a really good crease. Make sure your two edges are lined up. And then when you hold this corner on the wrong side, that this little edge will pop up. And then what you do is you fold on the right side, you fold that fold right under the teeth and pin it. My pins have disappeared. Okay, so I have it pinned, and I'll do exactly the same thing for the other side. Fold it, make sure that your edges are in line and you have a nice crease here, because that helps the back pop up. So you hold it by the corner, this back end pops up, fold that, put that fold directly under your zipper teeth. And of course I'll be able to see it better doing it this way. And then pin it. Okay, so this is what you have so far. Get the pin to hold it a little better. Okay, so you have the folded edge right under your teeth. Now there's two methods that you can use for the Butler method. You can take this and stitch right alongside this this edge here, so that when you have the right, so that you won't see it in your stitch line. And then you can, or you can trim off this side and use a lighter to melt the zipper tape and squish it together. So I'll show you both methods. I'll sew down one side. Hopefully you'll be able to see it, because it's black on black. So I'm changing my stitch length back to a 3. I always typically stitch with a 3. Make sure that when you're stitching on the zipper that you're not getting the pins in the way, and just stitch down, go down one end and back stitch again. Ouch! I just always get myself pricked from my pins. That's why I don't use pins very often. Trim off your threads. Take the pin out. So there is the one side, and you can just see the stitching, and that holds it. So now this one, I'm going to trim this excess off right at that edge. And I have to hold it, so stitching might be easier, but I'm going to just show you the both ways. You choose which one you like. So trim off your zipper tape, and then take your, if you need tweezers to hold it, use tweezers, but I'm just going to take this and just take the lighter to it and just melt it and squish it. Take the pin out now, because it's got some bit of a melting to it. Make sure everything stays folded, and I'm just going to light it from behind and melt it and squish it. Okay, and there it's melted, and it sticks, and it's melted. This might take a little longer to do. Now what we do with this excess is we trim this off, and then we take the lighter to it as well and melt it so that it doesn't, the raw edge doesn't fray. Just the same, and they'll almost look the same. Okay, and there your zipper end is done. Now we can now put our zipper pull on. Okay, so our zipper pull is now on, just like that. And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to quickly take a lighter to the end of this and just fold it in and keep a clip on it, just so that for some reason the zipper pull doesn't come off. So now our zipper is completed, almost completed, for the My Mini Tote zipper. And I'm just going to clip this zipper end on, because eventually we'll be putting that on this end of the zipper when we trim it. Alrighty, so thank you so much again for taking the time out of your busy day to watch one of my how-to sewing bag making tutorials. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on making this type of zipper tab, as well as the Butler method on this zipper tape, and that maybe you learned something new, because I know I was new to bag making, and I really appreciated the videos that were out to help me do these kind of little projects as well. And I hope you learned something new. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Check out in the description box that I do have my own 360 recommended list Amazon store. It is a Canadian link. And also I have my website there, that is www.360handmadebags.com. Check that out. I have a big 60% off bag sale on at this moment, which today is February 7th of 2026. So I'm not sure how long that sale is going to be on. It's my current inventory that I'm trying to make space for. All right, thanks a lot again for being here. I really appreciate it, and take care, and we'll see you at the next tutorial.